The toughest listing to take is one that has already been on the market and listed with another agent. I want to tell you a quick story about a property that I recently closed on with a seller in Nashville, Tennessee. The home had been previously listed for over 9 months. They had no activity on it. They had no offers. I came in, so I knew that we had to come up with an aggressive plan and do something different that was going to help get this home under contract. And that's exactly what we did. I'm going to tell you the story of the home on Chickering Lane right now. All right, so when I was first introduced to this home, the builder came to me and said, hey, I've had trouble selling this one. Our agent just hasn't able to get a contract on it. We'd love to hear your ideas and what you think we should do differently. And so I came in and I realized it was such a unique property. It was a 1956 mid-century modern on over 4 acres on a big side of a hill. So it wasn't like flat 4 acres with pasture and stuff like that. It was a little bit of a challenge from a lot perspective, but it did provide a ton of privacy. And so it's a really unique home. And the big thing that I think most unique homes miss out on is telling the story of what makes that home special. In a home like that, 30 pictures on the MLS and a couple paragraphs of description just simply aren't going to cut it. So I knew we had to go in and do a long form video of me walking through the house, pointing out all the unique characteristics of what made that property special. So we did. We filmed a video, I think it's 11 and a half minutes long. I'll give some clips here and I'll put a link below if you want to watch that full walkthrough video. And we put that on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn. We emailed it out to a ton of folks. And that video has been viewed over 100,000 times across all the platforms. And the average view was over 6.5 minutes long. So it's thousands of hours that people have taken a virtual showing of that house with an agent on camera pointing out all the high points of that property. So we did that. We put it out there. Anytime we had a showing request from another agent or a buyer that wanted to see it, I personally went to every single showing. Because it's a unique property where there's property corners way up in the woods, there's always questions on a house like that. Hey, what's the roof like? How'd they do the remodel? What did they change? What's the foundation like? There's a pool. How was that put in? There's always questions from interested buyers. So as a listing agent, I like to go to every showing because I know it makes a difference. A buyer's agent showing an empty house with no agent in it versus a buyer's agent showing a house with a listing agent present. It's lit up when they get there. They spend more time in the home. They ask questions and they get more involved. And that helps them begin that process of envisioning a life of what it would be like to live in that house. Because no one's going to make a move unless they think their life is going to be better in the new home over what they currently have. So I try to do everything I can to create that scenario for buyers where they feel comfortable in that world. So we give them the opportunity to watch a long form video where they're going to see all the details in the home before they even get there. The most common thing that happens to me, I open the front door, the buyers walk in with their agents. The agents say, "You're the guy from the video. And this is the front door that's 60 years old." And they ended up giving me a tour of the home because they've watched the video multiple times and they've already begun that process of falling in love. And that's exactly what we did on this home on Chickering. It worked phenomenally. It took us about 30 days. We had about 25 showings, found the perfect buyers, put it under contract, and they closed 30 days later. It's always a challenge to take over a listing from another agent because everyone has already seen the house. So you really need to it's important that you find someone who's going to do things a little bit differently to set your home apart from everything else currently on the market. If you want to see the full breakdown of exactly what we did, we've got it online. It's at 2201chickering.com. There should be a link below. You can go watch the full listing video. I kind of tell the story of it. We break it down and show some of the actual marketing we did for it. And I'll give you a good idea of exactly what I do when I list a luxury home in Nashville. You can also get a copy of the guide that I put together, the Top Dollar Nashville Guide, the Tell Your Story Method, which is going to show exactly why I use long form video to tell the story of a unique property to make sure it sells for the highest possible price. You can get a copy of that as well. There's links below. It's pretty easy to find. So thank you so much for tuning in to watch this story. I hope you found it helpful. If you ever have questions about real estate in Nashville, don't hesitate to reach out.